Hello, everybody. Welcome to Upper Body and Core. For class today, you are going to need a resistance band that you can anchor, whether it's to a door with an anchor, your banister, a treadmill, something that's not going to move. You're going to want to set up your first one down here, closer to about mid-shin knee level. So make sure you got that set up. You're also going to want a mat and a set of dumbbells for circuit number 1. Circuit number 2, you're going to want to keep that resistance band. We're going to end up moving it up. We're going to be doing some bicep curls, so some weight for that. And then our third and final move in circuit number 2 is going to be an offset farmer's carry. So on one side, we're going to have a heavier weight, and on the other side, we're going to have a lighter weight. I'll tell you the purpose of that later, but make sure you've got a heavier weight or a heavier bag and a lighter bag, things like that. So circuit number 1, we're going to start on the ground. If you have handles like I do, hang on to the handles. If not, or if your space doesn't allow, you can always choke up on it. Or if your band is a little too light, things like that. So first one we're going to do, shoulders back and down, is a seated row. So you can either go legs straight with a slight lean backwards, or you can add a slight bend to your legs with driving your heels through, whichever one feels more comfortable. Straight is going to focus more on core. A little bit bent is going to put a little bit more pressure in those heels, so your core doesn't have to do as much work. We're then going to drive those fists to our hips, slow and controlled release. So seated rows here. Essentially, it's like you're at the gym, you're using a cable machine, you're doing those rows. We're just mimicking that with our resistance bands. After that, you can either sit crisscross applesauce, one leg out, one leg in, both legs out, whatever feels the most comfortable for you. We're gonna go weight on our shoulders, core nice and engaged. And if your weight is too heavy, you're gonna do single arm alternating shoulder presses. If you are able to, I want you to do both arms together. So when we are doing these, you're gonna feel a lot of core work. I'm not leaning back, but I'm also not sitting and rounded forward. I'm pretending I have a straight back to my chair as I'm pressing, toes pulled back towards me. After that, we're gonna do alternating heel taps. So on our back, we're gonna stay all down here. Straighter your legs, the more challenging it's gonna be. The more bend, the easier. Hands can either come up or they can stay down, chin to your chest. Reach that heel down, keeping that low back pressed in. The further you reach that leg, the more challenging this is going to be. So those are going to be our 3 exercises. We're going to do 10 of everything. So get that resistance band set up here. And like I said, you can either go legs a little bent, or we can keep them completely straight. Pull those shoulders back and down, slight lean back, and 3, 2, 1. Row and release. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And in the future, if that was too easy, walk yourself backwards so that you have more tension, or clench up on that band a little bit more. Let's move into those shoulder presses. I'm going to go legs out, weight up on my shoulders, core nice and engaged. 3, 2, 1. We're up and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. You're going to feel that your core is going to start to get fatigued in these exercises, even though we are working our upper body. Make your way down onto your back. Feel free to give those knees a nice little hug here before we bring them up to 90 or nice and straight. Chin to your chest, round those shoulders forward, and we're going to go alternating heel taps in 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. 1, 2. This is the pace we're going at. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Give those knees a nice little hug. Feel free to rock from side to side here. Good. Grab a sip of water if you would like it. We're going to go back into those seated resistance band rows. Shoulders pulled back and down. Nice straight line from your head to your tailbone as we're leaning back slightly. 3, 2, 1. Row. And release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set those down. Moving into those shoulder presses. Remember, if that weight's a little too heavy, you can always just do single arm. Weights up on our shoulders. Legs are out. Core is engaged in 3, 2, 1. We're up and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set those down. Coming onto our back. Once again, feel free to give those knees a nice little hug, little rock from side to side here. Let's bring those legs up, chin to your chest, round those shoulders forward in 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Give those knees a nice little hug. Pop yourself up. Grab a sip of water. We got one final round here. Shoulders pulled back and down, core nice and engaged in 3, 2, 1. Row and release. Good. 1. Control that band on the way back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the shoulders back and down. Don't let them come up towards your ears. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set that band down. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. We're up and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set those weights down. Shake it out, moving on to our back final time here. And then we are moving into circuit number 2, where we will stand up. So if after this you want to stay on the ground for just a few seconds and do a little stretch, you're welcome to. Legs up, chin to your chest. Round those shoulders forward in 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bring those knees to the chest one more time here. Shake it out. Grab some water. We are going to stand on up for circuit number 2. So for that resistance band, I want you to bring it up so it's more like belly button to chest height here. And for me, I'm going to take one of my bands off. So move number 1 is going to be chest flies. So once again, make sure it's anchored on and not going anywhere. Things that we want to remember with these chest flies, I'm going to show you from a few different angles. Number 1, we are not walking out with our arms out here. Bring your hands into your chest. Walk yourself out to position. So now I'm out in position, my hands are at my chest. You can choose whichever leg you want to be forward. So we've got that slight lean, core is engaged. Then we press our hands out. So we've got a slight bend in our elbows. And we open and close. See where our hands are closing. They're not closing up by my face. They're closing somewhere between the bottom of that sports bra and that belly button. So as we open and close, we're going to do 10 of those. After that, you're going to want to grab a weight that you can do some bicep curls with. And the fun part is today, we're not just doing traditional bicep curls. We're going to hold and we're going to curl with the other. So we'll do 10 and then we'll switch. We'll hold and then we'll curl with the other. So if you want to have a few different weights in mind for that, or you've never done this one before, go a little bit lighter, you can always increase. Final move we have. If you have the space to actually walk, I recommend doing that. If you do not have the space, you're going to stay with me. And we are going to do an offset farmer's carry / march. So what this looks like is you have 2 different size weights. So in this side, I've got a 25. On this side, I've got 15. If you are going to do a carry, just walk around your basement, your room, whatever that is, till I tell you to switch. If you are marching with me, we're just marching in place here. No specific speed or tempo, shoulders back and down, weight off the body. Once I tell you to switch, whether you're carrying or staying in place, you gotta set those weights down and switch which hands the heavy weight is in and which side the light weight is in. So as we are doing these, I will give us a few extra seconds to make sure we've got everything situated before we go to the next one. That one we're going for time and not reps. That's why I said you can either, if you want to march faster, you can, or you can march slower. So, are we ready? We're going to grab that band for those chest flies. Remember, bring those hands into your chest first. Walk yourself out so you're in a nice little staggered position. Core nice and engaged. Now push those fists out. Slight bend in your elbows. Open and close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Hands come back to our chest. Walk yourself back. Good. Now we've got those bicep curls with that hold. I recommend curling first with your non-dominant arm. So I'm going to lock my right in. Left is going to do bicep curls in 3, 2, 1. Curl and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold at 90. Start curling with that other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set those down. So when you're doing these farmer's carries, you don't have to use 2 different size dumbbells. If you have a heavier kettlebell and a lighter dumbbell, you can use that. Maybe you have big plates that you want to use. Totally up to you. As long as the weight is different in each hand, that's really all I care about. Okay. Figure out which side is going to have the heavy, which side's having the light, and begin. You're either marching with me or you're just doing a lap around your room. Got it. Shoulders pulled back and down. We have 10 more seconds, and then we're going to switch the weight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch that weight. We're going to pick it back up. In 3, 2, 1. Good. If you're always ready before me, you can take off and start. We're just kind of giving us a little bit extra time here to get things transitioned. Good, you're doing great. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good, set those down. Shake out those arms. A little breather. Feel free to grab water. When you're ready, make your way back over to your resistance band. Hands come to your chest. Band, I like to pop up on top of my elbows. Walk yourself out. Nice incline, core is engaged. Punch those fists out, slight bend in our elbows. Open and close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Fists come back into your chest. Walk yourself back. Good. Shake out those arms. Going back into those bicep curls. Once again, I do recommend curling first with that non-dominant arm. So when I am holding in my dominant side, I'm trying not to grip that weight. I'm trying just kind of let it sit so that I'm not using all my energy to hang on to those with those fingers. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Curl and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it up to 90. We're going right into that curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, 10. Good, set that down. Offset farmer's carry or march. We're going to start in about 10 seconds here. Make sure you've got the weight in your hand that you would like. Pull those shoulders back and down in 3, 2, 1. Good. The biggest thing here is if you are walking around your room, try not to alter and walk all funky. Try to stay walking as normal as possible. Good, 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those down. Make sure that if you are putting them on the ground, we're either squatting or deadlifting them up so we're not messing with that back. Pick up those weights. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Good. Shoulders back and down. Keeping that weight off that body just a little. You're halfway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those down. Grab some water if you need or would like it. We've got our third and final round here. Going back to those resistance bands. Hands coming together at that chest. Walk yourself out so you're at that slight incline. Push those hands out, open, and close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Hands come back into that chest. Walk yourself back. You're done with that resistance band, so if you want to unhook it, you are welcome to. Picking up those dumbbells. Locking your dominant arm in, non-dominant curls in 3, 2, 1. Up and back down. Good. Keep that elbow locked in on both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Lock it in. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're doing great. 8, 9, 10. Good. If you are not using those weights for your carries, put those off to the side. We've got about 10 seconds, and we're going to go into our last round of carries. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Ideally, if you are walking around, you have a little bit bigger space than I do here. Remember, if you don't, you can just march in place. That's going to work on your balance a little bit more than just walking like this is going to be. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Set those down. Switch sides. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last one here. You're doing great. Know those arms are tired. You've got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good. Set those down. Feel free to put those away. Shake up those arms. Grab some water. And we have time for a quick little bonus. So for bonus today, you're just going to need one really light dumbbell. I've got a 3-pounder. We are going to practice balance though, so if at any point this weight seems a little too challenging and you want to just start with no weight, you are more than welcome to. And yes, if you have some running shoes on, I do recommend taking your shoes off so you've got a little bit more of a flat foot. So first thing we're going to do, balance on your right leg, left leg comes up. If you feel confident, that right hand is going to hold it out, and then we're going to transfer. If you're like balancing on one leg is plenty for me, just balance on one leg and hold that weight or drop that weight. Are we ready? We're going to go for time, and I'm actually going to time it today rather than just guesstimating. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Right leg balance. Get yourself stable. Once you are, transfer that weight from side to side. Good. The further you reach that weight out and the faster you move that weight from side to side, the more challenging it's going to be. You've got 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Good job. In about 5 seconds, we're going to the other side. In 3, 2, 1. Get yourself stable. And then if you are ready or you want to, start moving that weight. Good. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. Next one we're going to do. This is our last one. So we're going to go back to that right leg, but instead of going out, if you feel confident, you're going to move that weight around your body for around the world. Doesn't matter which way you go. I'm not concerned about that. All I ask is if you're going clockwise, when you're on your right leg, go counterclockwise on your left leg. That's all that matters. And 3, 2, 1. Leg is up. Move that weight around our body. Good. Same thing goes. The bigger circle you make, as well as the faster you go, the more challenging it's going to be. I don't care if you only get one circle down in our time together here. You have 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. So remember what way you went. Did you go clockwise or counterclockwise? Do the opposite this time. Let's take that leg up and go the opposite way with your circles. Good. And you probably are going to have one leg a little bit more challenged than the other. We all typically do. Think about engaging that core, pulling that toe back towards you of the leg that is up. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Awesome job to you guys. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If any of those balance exercises were challenging, I highly recommend adding them into your routines so you get a little bit better at them each and every time. So until next time.